Hello friends, happy Sunday evening to you. I hope that you have had a great weekend and that you have been in the Christmas spirit. Maybe you've done some Christmas shopping or Christmas decorating or whatever it is that you are doing during this really busy time of year. I hope it has been a great weekend. As you come in, say hi. Tell me where you're watching from so I know we're working, and I know that we're live and people are here. So tell me where you're from so I know, because I love to see all the different places that people are watching from. It's so cool to see just like all these women from all over brought together. I love it. So as you are hopping on, my name is Jessica Watt and I blog over at jessicawatt.com, and the name of my blog is Sweet Life, and that's because I love to celebrate all of the sweet things in life, because I believe life is short and it is precious, and we need to celebrate all the sweet blessings that God has given us through decorating and celebrating and creating. So that is what I do over there, and we have some fun Facebook live tutorials for you. So I was supposed to do this last week, but honestly, life just happened. Like mom life just happened, work life just happened, and so the live did not happen. And so I'm hopping on tonight to do it with you guys. So as you come in, say hello. Tell me where you're watching from. If you have friends that like to decorate or need some inspiration in the front porch, if you would just hit the share button, that would be awesome. Okay, so I told you last week, I had a little tip for decorating your front porch on a dime. And so my front porch is a little bit kind of roomy. Like it probably could use like 2 Christmas trees on each side of my front door, but I just didn't really have just like the extra money to do that, especially at Christmas time. And so I wanted something that was like bam on a buck. Like I wanted something to make a statement on a buck. And I don't even know where this idea came from. I wish I did, because I would give that person credit. It may have come from this wrapping paper that I saw in Target last year that had nutcrackers on it. And I had just painted these nutcracker door hangers that actually just hung on my door last year. That was all they did. This year, I put them on a wreath, and I'm going to show you how I did that too. But I found this wrapping paper at Target, and it was absolutely gorgeous. And it had like nutcrackers and glitter, and it was just all good things Christmas in wrapping paper. And I just cannot imagine ripping that up and throwing that away. And so I started thinking, what can I do with this wrapping paper? In the back of my head thinking, I know I have to do something with my front porch. So this is what I did. I bought that roll of wrapping paper plus 2 other ones that coordinate with it. Target is great about having all different kinds of wrapping paper that coordinates together. So I bought 3 rolls, and I came home and I looked everywhere for 6 boxes, 2 of each that were the same size, 2 big ones, 2 medium ones, and 2 smaller ones is what I did. And actually what's even funnier is that my smaller boxes are actually wooden crates that I had, because I didn't even have the right size box. So let me show you. I have you out here on the tripod, so I'm going to kind of move you around so you can see what I did. So this is what I did, if you can see it. So I wrapped, let me move you, this big box in one paper, this box in another, and this box in my, let me take you up close so you can see it. Do y'all see how pretty that wrapping paper is? And it's sparkly. I love it. And then I topped it with a bow. And so I'm going to move you, let me see. I'm going to try to move you so you can, I'm going to walk down my steps. I'm going to see if you can see both of them. So that one over there actually has all my ribbon on it for my wreaths that we're going to do on our live, but that's kind of what they look like from a distance, and they are just empty boxes. Hey Cynthia, hello. They are just empty boxes that I wrapped in wrapping paper and literally put them like up in my attic after Christmas, and then took them out this year, and they're in pretty good shape for like having survived the whole year. So, and I just kind of stacked them so they were just kind of little crisscrossed a little bit, so it kind of gave some added dimension to it. So all my front porch decor cost me was the wrapping paper, and it really held up being outside. My porch, I don't know if you can see it, it's covered, so it is not in direct contact with the elements, but it does get it because it gets it from the side, and obviously the sun hits it. And it got a little bit wet last year when it would rain, but other than that, it really, I'm going to come up a little bit, it really held up really well. And they are just empty boxes. Like, I didn't even put anything in them to hold them down. That's all they are. So that's like the easiest porch decor ever, especially now. I was in Target today, and they had the cutest wrapping paper either. Hey Jerry, hey Mickey. They had the cutest wrapping paper ever. I may have bought some buffalo plaid. It may have gotten its way into my cart, but I know that they have just as pretty paper. As you guys are hopping on, I'm just showing you my easy and cheap porch decorations that are just boxes that are stacked, and they are wrapped in really cute wrapping paper that I coordinated after I painted these guys last year. So these guys, hey Miss K, they just hung on my door last year. Like, they had a bow, but they were pretty boring. And so I kind of was thinking about what could I do to spice them up a little bit. So I bought these really big grapevine wreaths at Michael's, and I think they were like $7 or $8. And you can even use a 40% off coupon. They were super cheap. And I just wired my guy so he was on one side of it. And then I added some ribbon and some fun picks on this side of it. And so I was going to show you guys tonight how I did that, because it was really super simple. Now, I'm still working on my garland over the door, and I'm going to tell you, it's that like really pitiful little garland that's like $6, because I had some thick garland, but I didn't have enough to go around the whole thing. And I said, okay, oh well, it's all right. I wrapped some lights around it, and I'm going to take you over here real quick. I've started just kind of putting my ribbon on, and then I painted mini nutcrackers to match. They're a little bit different than my guy. I painted these this year. This was last year. And I have 6 of them. So they're going to kind of just go randomly over my front door. Let's see. There's another little guy right there. So it will all coordinate all my nutcrackers. And it was all based on my wrapping paper. So I tell you that because I think a really great decorating tip is to find one thing that inspires you. Okay, just one thing, whether it's wrapping paper or a picture or I don't know, a vase or whatever it is, a nutcracker. Find one thing that you just love and then go from there, right? Because I love the nutcracker wrapping paper. It was red and black and green, so then I was able to come in and use black and white because I love black and white, and I think black and white should be everywhere. Like, I'm going to show you my rug. Okay, it's not very Christmassy, but so it's just a black and white gingham rug with a rug that I painted on top of it. Like, it's not even Christmassy, but it's black and white, and I love it, and I think it should be everywhere. So I was able to incorporate that black and white in with your typical red and green. So I just think that's a kind of like a good thing to always keep in the back of your head when you see something that you love that like calls your name. And you know what I'm talking about when you see something in a store and it calls your name. It's like, you need to buy me and bring me home. That's what you get, and you base everything else around that. So that's my little tip for you. So as you guys come in, hello, I'm so glad you're here. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me like where you live, so I can see where everybody's coming from. And if you just hopped on, we were talking about Christmas front porch decor on a dime. And what we did is we just wrapped up boxes, big boxes, medium and small, in fun coordinating wrapping paper and put it on each side of the door. So my only cost was wrapping paper because, like, I had the boxes. I mean, I probably even emptied things out just so I could use the box. So it makes a big, big statement. Hello from Arizona. It makes a big statement. Rihanna, is that Rianne? Is that right? Rianne, what a pretty name. So it makes a big statement, and sometimes bigger isn't always better, but sometimes it is. And so, especially at Christmas and your front porch, because that's the first thing people see when they get to your house. And if you love just that welcoming, hospitable, like, come inside, we're celebrating, it's festive, sometimes big is the way to go. So easy boxes right here. Totally recommend it. Make a fun bow. You're good to go. Okay, so second thing I'm going to do with you is my wreath. So I did that one, and then I'm going to do this one with you. And so what I did was I cut, let's see, I have 5 pieces of ribbon, and they're all about the same. They're all about the same length. And I'm just gonna kind of do them like I'm gonna put my black and white on the top, but I'm gonna do every other. So I'm gonna do a red, like a candy cane, another red, a candy cane, and then my black and white. And if they're not all exactly the same, that's fine, because you can trim them at the end. So, hey Jen, hello. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna kind of leave a few inches at the top, and you're just gonna kind of like cinch it together just like that. And you're gonna take some wire. I have lots of wire cut over here. You're gonna take some wire and you're gonna twist it around there just to make it real tight. And then you're gonna come up to your wreath. I'm gonna make sure y'all can see me too. Since we're outside, it's a little bit harder. You're gonna come up to your wreath, and let's see, I came up here just a little bit. And you're gonna wrap that wire around and twist it. Just like that. Okay? And we're gonna like finagle. Let's see, you can't see that part. We're gonna, hey April, how are you? Hello. We're gonna, here, I'm gonna make you farther away. What's the best way for me to do this? Okay, so this little part up here, we're gonna like mess with that in a little bit. So we're gonna take another piece of wire, and so I cut my wire like crazy long, because if it's too short, like you're done. You're gonna have to like keep adding and twisting. So we have our ribbon, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna take 2 of them and cinch them and wrap them. Just 2 that are on top of each other, because I don't want them all cinched at the same place, if that makes sense. All right, and then I'm going to take my other 3 and I'm going to come down, let's see, a little bit more, and I'm going to cinch these right there. I'm going to get a piece of wire. It's much easier to do it while it's laying on a flat surface than if it's up on your door. Okay, so then I'm going to pinch these guys together, and I'm going to go ahead and wire them on and twist it around the back. So you're kind of making a bow without really making a bow. So if bows scare you, then you don't have to worry about that. And then I'm going to kind of just pull them apart so you can kind of see that the little bubble is in 2 different places. And then I'm going to get another piece of wire. I'm going to come down here. I have my first 2. And I'm going to cinch these. Now, I'm going to tell you this. So this Harlequin black and white ribbon I got last year, and I haven't seen it this year. So that's totally fine, because everything doesn't have to be so matchy-matchy. The black and white that I have on here, it says like, I don't know, Merry Christmas, Peace, Jingle, all different things like that. So it doesn't all have to be super matchy-matchy. Okay, and then our last little bit, we're going to come down here. We're going to pinch it, and you want to kind of like make it pucker up. Let me show you. You want it to pucker. That kind of what makes it look fancy. Like you're a professional. 'Cause I am not a professional. What's even funnier is that my parents were florists. They owned a florist, and like I can't do anything with flowers. I did not inherit any of it. My mom can rip out a bow in no time. It's crazy, but I cannot. So, all right, and you can kind of separate them a little bit. You want to leave your tails, and you can take your scissors, and you can either cut them at an angle, or you can make a little V, whatever you want to do with those. And then we're going to play, let's see, on the top a little bit. There we go. Kind of bring these down. Just like that. And this is kind of where you can come in and adjust things the way, so it's just like you like it. So then I grabbed a whole bunch of these guys from Michael's. Hey, Donna. Thank you, Kay. And just slide the tags off, unless you want everyone to know that you paid $1.49. And you're just gonna stick them. Like you could totally glue them if you wanted to, but you know, you're just gonna kind of stick them like randomly. So they just poke out. Like really no rhyme or reason. Just wherever you think it needs one. And if it doesn't like that spot, like that one, then just don't put one there. All right, let's see. We need some more up here. And really, with these wreaths, you don't even need to trim these little guys. They actually just slide right in to the grapevine. So that makes it even easier. And they're wired. Let me take the price tag off of this one. They're wired so you can kind of just manipulate them any way that you need to. Like that. Let me see. Do I have any more? I have one more. And I think I'm looking. I'm going to put it up here. So, just like that. So all we did was take our ribbon and kind of pucker it up and then just wire it to our wreath. And you can make your tails really long if you want. You can make them short. And then we just stuck these little guys all through it. And it just gave it some different dimension. So, and that took us like, thank you for sharing, Donna. Thank you so much. When you share, it totally blesses our business, like in ways that you don't understand. And we're always just so thankful. So thank you so much for sharing. So let me move out. So there they are. And I'm probably going to come back and kind of tweak them a little bit. But like that took us no time at all, girls. We did that like super fast. And so I know that you can do it too. You just have to go to Michael's and get yourself a $7.99 or $6.99 wreath and some ribbon and picks. And it is so crazy to me. I went to Michael's yesterday because it was the last day of their cyber, I guess they called it Cyber Week. So everything was like 60% off, and then it was an additional 20%. Girls, there was no Christmas stuff. It was gone. Like I was like I'm waiting for Valentine's Day. That's kind of how it felt. I don't know if that is how it is at your Michael's, but everything was gone except ribbon. There was tons of ribbon. So that ribbon was all like 70% off, which is awesome. So you can get ribbon to do something like this for pretty cheap because ribbon can be really expensive. So I got all this ribbon at Michael's, and I got a lot of it yesterday and just this past week, so I know that it's still there. So girls, as you hop on, hello, I'm so glad you're here. Tell me where you are watching from. My name is Jessica, in case this is your first time, and I blog over at jessicawatt.com. And tonight I was showing a little or big way to add pizzazz to your front porch on a dime, and that is by taking boxes of all different sizes and wrapping them in wrapping paper and then stacking them and then adding a big bow on top. And you can do that on each side of your front door. That one needs a bow on each one of your front door, and that will just make a huge statement. Hey, sweet Angie, you should come over. Hey, Shay from Texas. Well, that's awesome. I think I kind of saw it and thought, I think I could do that, and maybe copied it. I don't even know. It kind of, or maybe I did it wrong, but that from the picture that I saw, but I thought, well, I can do that, right? I can do that. Y'all can totally do that. So let me show you again. And y'all saw, it literally took me like no time whatsoever. Now, okay, so let's just say you don't have a door hanger, like to attach to your wreath, right? Hey, Jennifer from Tennessee, you don't have a door hanger. That's okay, you don't have to have a door hanger. There's lots of other things you could have. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you some ideas, okay? So you could go to the Dollar Tree and, hey Wendy, and you could get like, I don't even know. I know they have some sort of like, Santa head, snowman head, something like that. You can attach it. You can decoupage like those beautiful Christmas gift bags to like a canvas and attach that. You could attach a wooden sign. You could attach, you can go to the wood section in a craft store and find something that is that you can paint or whatever, and then you can attach that to it. Like, there's so many different ways. You don't have to have a door hanger. I just happen to be a door hanger girl, and I have been painting them for like a long time, but I'm kind of at this point where I'm wanting to switch things up a little bit, and I still love my door hanger, but I wanted to use them in different ways. Hey Sharon, hey Pam, you could put, yes, a reindeer. Like, there's so many cute things I know that you can find in the stores that are inexpensive that you could attach to it, and that would make it so cute. So remember, find that one piece, like that one thing that you love. For me, it was my wrapping paper on my packages, and then just go from there. So last year it was just the packages and my door hangers. This year I put the door hangers on the wreath, and then I'm working on my garland that's going around the door, which is that like cheapo pine garland. But I did the same. Hey Rustic Orchard, howdy. I did the same thing with the ribbon, just puckering it, and then I did kind of paint these little guys to go around my my front door. So that was kind of like my little touch. So every year you can add a little bit to it. You don't ever have to feel like you have to have like the biggest, most glamorous front porch. I think you have to, kind of has to grow organically. And so I just think you do that. You're so sweet, Shay. I really love Christmas, and I love decorating, and I was supposed to do this with you guys like last Monday and didn't, and so it needs to be done, and I'm excited that it's getting done too. And so I'm so thankful for all y'all that have been on here and hopped on to watch. I hope you got a little inspiration. If you need some, we all need some inspiration sometimes. I need it a lot of times, and that's why I love following great pages and Instagram and Pinterest, because it just inspires me to do things. And so I hope you got a little bit of inspiration if you needed it. Thank you so much. The lighting is kind of weird here. Thank you so, there we go, that's better. Thank you so much for sharing the video. I so appreciate it. Hello, Becky from Tennessee. I so appreciate you doing that for me. And I have a much calmer week this week. I've had so many orders, which is such a blessing, right? But sometimes we get all crazy, and I'm trying to be very intentional with my Christmas and slow down. And so I do have some fun things to share with you this week on our live videos. Those of you that are on here that are my Crafty Crate girls, your Crafty Crates are in the mail. My webinar girls, we're all set for tomorrow. We have a few spots last minute. If you're watching and you want to hop on our webinar, you need to go over to the website and do that like tonight before midnight. But lots of exciting things happening, and it's Christmas time. And thank you for sharing. Thank you. Hey Teresa from Texas. Hey Wendy. Thank y'all so much. Y'all are the sweetest. So I pray y'all have a great Sunday and a great start to your week. Hey Becky, thank you for sharing. Thank you guys so much. Y'all are awesome. Have a great start to your week, and I can't wait to come back and do some more stuff with you. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna finish my front porch so I can finish one thing, right? Sometimes we just have to finish that one thing and we feel so much better. So that's what I'm gonna do. So pray y'all have a blessed night, and I will talk to you guys really soon. See you later. Bye.